Yeah, I guess it's right at 11. We can go ahead and get started if you want to, Lloyd.
Sure. Okay, you letting everybody in? Hey, yeah, this is Lloyd Allender from St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association. This is our weekly networking and haves wants session on Friday, 11 o'clock. This is February the 25th. So glad everybody is here, can be here. I just want to make a few little announcements. We got some things cooking for March. Our March 19th meeting, I believe it is. It's March 15th. That's right. There's only 28 days in February, so it's the 15th, just like February, the 15th of March. Got a couple of speakers that John's working on firming up. Should get a newsletter out this next week. You'll be seeing it in the mail, so look for that if you're on our mailing list. And we've got a program for April. It's usually what we call our spring fling. Back in the good old days, you remember 2019 and prior, when we could meet in person and have a big national speaker. We've got Kevin Shortell coming in on April 19th. He's going to be talking about notes, what you can do with notes, how they can be a great supplement to your real estate investing portfolio. Add some mortgages, notes to a lot less headaches than managing a property. You got somebody living in it and managing it. They're taking care of it. All you're just being the bank. So anyway, he's coming in, and we're hoping to have some kind of we don't normally used to do for the spring fling, doing a buffet dinner. We had talked about it at our board meeting, and we're looking at some alternatives to the standard buffet. I'm contacting some caterers this week, and we'll be firming that up. Exactly what kind of a meal we'll have. Well, I'm sure we're going to have something to eat. However it gets packaged in a box form, or I even talked to one place that had a food truck, but their food truck's not operating. I thought, hey, that'd be a great idea. We can have fresh, hot, right off the kitchen. If they get in the kitchen in the parking lot, but they're not operating their food truck right now. So we're looking at some options there. But anyway, yeah, put those on your calendar. 15th of March, and our next get together main event, and then the 19th of April. We're having Kevin Shortell. We've been talking about notes. If you ever been to heard him, I spent 2 weekends with him. Great, he's the best trainer on notes that I've ever talked with. And we had a few folks come in and talk on notes at our group before. He's the best. Well, anyway, as far as haves and wants, have anything to sell, real estate related? Are you looking to buy something? Now is a good opportunity. You got some other investors here. They might be interested in what you got, or if you got something to offer, or if you're a contractor and you got a service that you can offer to our real estate investing community, or you're looking for a contractor for a particular project. Oh, I see Kat's got her hand up. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Kat, go ahead and let us know what you got, or did you do that accidentally?
No, I didn't do it accidentally. I'm here because I'm thinking of selling my house. And I've lived here for 25 years and started having allergies. So it's just not conducive to a good lifestyle or retirement or anything like that when I can't hardly enjoy myself when I'm around the property. So I'm just here to learn mainly. I'm in Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm an artist, and I'm also actually a construction worker. I'm an electrician. I've been doing that for 40 years. But I know nothing about real estate except for the fact that I've been paying for a house payment for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we all as homeowners know about that for sure. But okay, maybe you pick up something here on our Friday sessions. We generally just have a discussion with other investors, and if we got an investor that's looking for a home in Jefferson City. Maybe we can hook you up with Kat. But glad to have you with us. Yeah, we get people from all over the country. John says even from all the world. He tracks where people are coming from. Because we're using his Zoom account. But yeah, we have a lot of folks that just aren't St. Louisans joining us. Anybody else? Anybody else got something they want to share? On today, have you had some properties for sale a while like last year sometime? Did you liquidate the properties you were looking to move, Bruce? You find buyers?
Oh, no, the properties are still there. I had tried to get a broker to give me a value and they never did. And I think I talked to another agent and they gave me some prices and those prices sounded extremely low in the case of the present situation where, well, of course, these are vacant and they're in the city and they need rehab, but it just seems like every time I hear something about real estate, it's like on the market for one day. And one friend of mine just had a property he sold and he's building a house out in St. Louis, anyway, out west in St. Charles County, which is going up, seems to be going up fast since December. But he had like 3 offers and all the offers were higher than the value he was asking for. And one of the buyers even gave him what he wanted, which was to stay in the house until his new house is built, which is kind of a nebulous date, no specific date. So it just seems like real estate is selling without any reason sometimes. But I've got, I'm going to be out of town hopefully in 2 weeks. I think that's why I asked Jim about if he was going down to Florida last week, and he said he wasn't planning on it. But that's another story. This past 10 days has kind of been the 10 days from hell, but that's a long story and probably not what people were interested in listening to anyway. I tried to fly out yesterday out of Belleville and sat on an airplane, waited 4.5 hours to get on the plane, then sat on the plane for 3 or 4 hours, and then they canceled the flight. So that was lots of fun. So I still don't have a ticket to go to Florida, where I was supposed to go yesterday for 2 weeks. But anyway, the properties, again, they're in much need of rehab, but I'm probably not going to talk to anybody till I get back from Florida. If I can still get there, I may have to end up driving, which would be the least best option. So but I haven't been able to find somebody I can believe to tell me what the values are. So that's kind of where I'm stuck with that. And I didn't want to sell them without knowing what I figured I could get for them. So whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm on some wholesalers list and I see similar kind of properties, vacant, needing rehab. And yeah, I can't believe the kind of prices they're asking for some of them. But
yeah, so maybe I'm overpriced, but it just seems like the way the market is, they should go for more than what the agents were telling me they were worth. So.
Okay, well, hopefully you can get to Florida, and when you get back, maybe we can do a little more marketing on them for you here on another Friday.
Right.
Okay. Hey, thanks for coming on. I'm sorry you're not in Florida like talking to us, but
yeah, that would be a lot better. I'm sore this morning, but that's another story too, along with yesterday. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna get my full screen here so I can see the chat. Let's see. Somebody got something in the chat here. Dennis, wanting to buy a house or a multifamily not listed on the MLS in Afton area, Afton or LeMay, 63123 or the 63125. There you go. Yeah, Dennis is looking for a house in South County. Anybody got anything or know of anything in South County? Yeah, I was like, last year I was looking for one down there and for my son, he ended up buying one that was on the MLS. Didn't come across anything that any wholesalers had available. But yep, if you got anything for Dennis, we'll put it, because we do record these sessions. His phone number is 314-402-9787. To a house or a multifamily. Okay, he's not too particular. Okay, good. It's just the area he invests in, I guess, so I understand. Okay, anybody else got anything? Just tapping in here to see what's going on, huh? Okay, understand. Yep. Some days everybody's just been trapped in their house with this last sleet storm that came through. I haven't got out. I slid down my driveway to drop off my trash can this morning, and hopefully in hopes the trash collectors will come. I don't know if they'll make it or not. And then very gingerly went back up. I should have taken something down my walking stick down with me, so I had something to get back up my driveway. But I made it. Just taking baby steps. But no, anybody else got anything? Let everybody know I had a vacancy back December and hey, go ahead. Yeah.
I just joined, and I don't know if you had mentioned this or not, but Mr. Landlord is going to have a convention in St. Louis on June 2, 3, and 4. Have you all talked about that?
No, I'm glad you brought it up. That was June. John forwarded me a note. What was it, June? What were the dates again?
It's June 2, 3, and 4. However, this is a tentative meeting that they say that unless they have a minimum of 50 people signing up, then they will have it. And today is the deadline to let them know. Yeah.
In fact, that's good. I should have put that on the agenda here today, but I was a little short on time. Do you have any phone number? In fact, I was going to mention it because he's great. I've several. Right, every time he comes to St. Louis, has his annual convention. So
yes.
I was going to go ahead and register. Yeah, if you got the phone number, let's go ahead and give it out to folks here. So go ahead and register.
Yes, let me give you the phone number if I can find it. Okay. The phone number is 800-950-2250.
800-950-2250.
Yes.
Okay, and that's for Mr. Landlord register for the convention. And it was just what was the cost? A couple $100? I don't know. John's forwarded the information to me.
Well, as of right now, the price for previous attendees or members is $200, and then they say that they can offer an additional 10 to 20% discount. And I know that sometimes the club, our club, Real Estate,
right, yeah,
has had even further discounts. So since he's also going to be in St. Louis during that time, you may even want to have him as a speaker for a Friday, because this 2, 3, and 4 is like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. June 2, 4. So that you may want, as a president of the club, you may even be able to get further discounts for our club.
We usually do. In fact, when he comes to St. Louis, we usually have him at one of our meetings before his convention, and he usually offers a better discount for our members. So,
Yes, well, maybe he can be the speaker for the May meeting.
mhm. Yeah, we don't have May lined up, but John's been talking with a few folks about May. So yeah, if you've ever been to Jeffrey Taylor's Mr. Landlord convention, it's well worthwhile. He has major speakers in from all over, give you a chance to network with other people around the country. In fact, last time I went to one, I sat next to some folks from Houston that were doing this shared housing thing. Taking a single family house with 3 bedrooms and leasing it out to 3 different people with a shared facility, and was having great opportunity with it. I keep thinking I'm going to contact them. I still save their contact information. Next time I get to Houston, I'm going to contact them and pick their brains some more to see how this is doing, maybe how they're structuring their leases, and use some of that strategy myself, because I've got one of my houses very, very close to Lindenwood College, and I think that might be an opportunity for some student housing. But she says does it with non-student. She just has single people looking for a reasonable rent and don't mind sharing. So anyway, yeah, great. So if you find out about those kind of things, you can, like I said, I learned. One of the people that I was sitting next to are just as much as I did from the conference, the national speakers that were at the conference. Great opportunity to see what's going on in the country. And yeah, we got a call today. If you want to register, call today, 800-950-2250. And you
Yes,
may
thank you.
one of his.
I would-
Go ahead, Kira.
Okay, yeah. I didn't identify myself originally, but anyway, this is Kira Maybe. I have attended several of his conventions. They're always very, very good. And it's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel by the airport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of his favorite places. You always have him up there on the top floor. Great view of the airport, and it's easy for people coming in from out of town. They don't have a rental car and don't have to get a rental car. They can just get a shuttle bus right over. You can practically walk if there was a sidewalk from the airport to get there. So it's a great location. I know he likes it. He doesn't get a rental car, I know, because last time he was here, I picked him up and brought him to our meeting and took him back to the hotel. So anyway, yeah. Jeffrey Taylor, Mr. Landlord, coming on June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I think I marked it on my calendar already, but I need to call myself to get registered. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off this call. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. I have one more thing. I'm still looking for a 4 to 5 bedroom, 2 to 3 bath house in North County for sale in the $200,000 range. If anybody has one, my number is 314-836-3797. This is for a growing family tenant. 314-836-3797 is my number. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you're still looking for a place for that family. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kara, for coming on. Okay, Dennis actually said he also said he's a care. So. Yeah, for that the house in South County. Okay, yeah, thanks, Bruce. I see you sent a copy of the Facebook. Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have anything today, or got your thoughts jogged by something that was somebody else said? And like I did with Kira, she called on, and yeah, Kira's one of our longtime members, and she stays on top of things. So I remember at the last convention I went to, Kara got up and said, yeah, he asked people to come make a testimonial. Anybody want to say what they've gotten out of on the very last day when he's closing down? Kara went up to the front of the room and told everybody what a great the great opportunity she had been opened up to, and by the speakers he had brought in, and great. Yeah, and I usually stand up during one of his intermissions and give a pitch for our group, because he always says, he's always talking about it. Hey, if you're an investor, you need to hook up with a local group, and we always have him usually before he comes in with his convention. We have him come to one of our main events the month of or the month before, depending on what time of the month or what it is. So he's given us an opportunity to give a pitch to our non-members to tell them what a great opportunity they got to join a group like ours.
Yeah, there was a link that I put in the chat section, landlordconvention.com, that I think is from Jeffrey Taylor. That was off the Facebook post. So if somebody wants to go there and look at what's going on, hopefully that'll cover all the information.
Okay, yeah, landlordconvention.com. Thank you for putting it in, Bruce. Yep, great opportunity to network with other investors and here's some great national speakers, at a very reasonable price. Right here in St. Louis. Jeffrey must like St. Louis too, because he has his convention here, I think, more often than any other cities. He's from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and and he has his conventions all over. Nashville, I think, was his last one, but he tends to come back to St. Louis more often than the other major cities. So we like to support him, so he keeps coming back as long as we get a good crowd for him here in St. Louis. So if you thought and thinking about it, go ahead and do it. Go to landlordconvention.com, get some more information, or just call his 800 number directly, 800-950-2250. So, yeah, Kat, you got a question? Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Sure. I was wondering if somebody could just tell me a little basic information about what capital gains are. My big question is, are capital gains the amount that you receive for the entire payment for your house, or is it the profit that you make from what you paid? Just a basic question.
Okay, yeah, capital gains are, that's what the difference is from what you sell it to what your basis is. And if we got any accountants online here, we can tell you what the basis is. The basis would be, okay, and anybody correct me, I'm just going to give a little from my own experience. Basis is what you paid for the house and improvements that you made to the house over the years that you resided there. That can all go into your basis. So if you've updated the kitchen, you can add that to what you paid for the house. You can any major landscaping improvements, anything else. If you put a new roof on, those kind of things that you made.
Hey, Lloyd, we're actually dealing with that right now. Because of that, and you need to get an accountant or a professional though, because there's different opinions, I guess, on this. But the way my understanding is, yeah, you can count everything you've done if you can document it and prove it. If it was not used for an income property, and you pay capital gains if you've it's waived for $250,000 if you've lived there 2 out of the last 5 years. If you have not, then it's different, but you also have 2 years to put it into another primary residence. And that's where I'm running out of time right now, because we had that house that I had for many years, and we have to have our place, the money put into it by this September, or else we have to pay capital gains on the difference from the $250,000, which could be quite a bit of money. So, but you got to check with an accountant specific to your situation, because it's like all the taxes. There's not apples. You can't compare apples to apples.
It's hard.
One size does not fit all. And but we are personally dealing with that right now. In fact, I was on the phone this morning. Both our accountants died in the last I had for almost 20 years in the last year and a half. So we're getting a new guy who's taken over, and it's really a kind of a nightmare, but with the extra stuff. But capital gains is a big deal for us right now. So check
Yeah.
with, get an
Yeah,
accountant.
I forgot to mention that too. Yeah, if it's your residence, yeah. I think that most of the things I've sold have been in the last several years have been other rental properties. So yeah, if it's your personal residence, yeah, we got that $250,000 allowance for tax-free capital gains on your personal residence. But
Okay, that's not a problem then, because it's not, the value is not $250,000. So I guess that means I don't have to worry about it.
so you don't worry about it. But like John said, it's probably best to just run that by an accountant just to verify that. But yeah, and talk about just document it also, along with when I keep very good records of my expenses that go into my rental property, because I use that as deductions against our income every year. But I also got a even bigger folder of my personal residence, another file cabinet that I keep track of all my major expenses on my house, so that someday when we're all ready to downsize, I can add that to what our purchase price was, along with I got a good record of the improvements that we made over the years. So yeah, that's good advice. So I'm glad. Hey, you got something good out of our meeting here today, Kate. You found out about $250,000 allowance, capital gain allowance for your personal residence. And like I said, if, like John's saying, and if you invest, you buy another residence and invest your gains out of that one, you can just continue to pass on that $250,000 exemption for a later date. So, and as a lot of us are landlords, we like kicking the can down the road on paying taxes. That's why we love the expenses of depreciation. That helps push our taxable would have been taxable gains out on rents further out.
Yeah, Lloyd, the $250,000 exemption, I think, is per person. Look it up on the IRS thing, and you don't have to worry about even paying for it in the future or rolling it over. So if you were a savvy real estate rehabber, you and your partner, or just you, could turn around a house every 2 years and make $250,000 on it and never have to report any income. So
it is. Okay.
if you could do that exactly to the max, you could make $250,000 every 2 years by buying a house, fixing it up, and selling it for $250,000 more than you paid for it with original sales and repairs or whatever. So it's like that could be your real estate investment plan. You do that five times over a period of years, and then you've saved $1 million, or 4 times, whatever. So
yep, that is a good plan if you can talk your partner into moving every 2 years,
right, or every 5 years,
or every 5 years,
within 5 years,
or on a regular basis to put that aside. That's an issue that I've got.
You could do it as quick as every 8 years or every 20 years, whatever.
Whatever your plan is. Okay. What do we got going in here in the oh, okay, he was just sending Steve Patel was just sending something to Jim. Okay.
No, that was Jim to everyone. Was that his an accountant? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Now, Steve wanted my number, and you can't. For some reason, I can't just chat to
Right.
him. I've got to chat to everybody.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. That's,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, yeah, and okay, Bruce, I see Bruce, you put up on Investopia.com.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Investopedia has a lot of information that's probably easier to understand than the IRS stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, and they've got lots and lots, well, thousands of articles, and it talks about capital gains and stuff too. But like Kat said, she probably doesn't need to worry about it. Just check and make sure she understands the exemption for 250,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Kat, if you want to know some more information, if you look at the link that Bruce put in the chat there, you can read up more about that capital gains exemption. Okay, glad we were able to pass along some good information to folks today. Anybody else got anything? Somebody. Okay, yeah, if we get some more information on the Mr. Landlord convention, we'll pass it along in an email here today. I guess we need to do it today. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on your inbox for that. Okay. Hey, see about Amber. Amber has joined us today. I sent you an email earlier, Amber. You want to give us any insight of it? Were you able to contact? Amber was trying to contact anybody heard about the My Flippin' Family? They did a pilot on the HGTV just a few weeks ago. And they were right from St. Louis, a pair of brothers from St. Louis. And she was trying to see if she could get them to come speak at one of our meetings. And just curious if you were able to get in contact with him.
Hey, yeah, I did. I talked to him for a little while, and they would be thrilled to come and talk to us. So, yes, I won't tell you the details of what we talked about, but they've got a lot going on. So it sounded very exciting. But one of the brothers is traveling all of March. So they won't be able to come for the March meeting. But I told them, I think you said June or July. And then they were not members of the STLREIA. So I guess one of them was a member of the Los Angeles REIA. And so you'll probably see them joining the STLREIA as well, because I mean, obviously there's so many benefits. So they will likely be joining, just to make connections. So.
Okay, super. Okay, looking forward to that. So we got a future program that we can hear about some rising stars in the St. Louis rehab scene. So, good. I know I got a strange email a couple years ago from I don't think it was HGTV. It was some producer that was trying to was looking for a rehabber in St. Louis. He contacted us through our website, and I passed along the information I brought it up at one of our meetings, our big one of our events. Right after that, I passed along their contact information. I'm not sure if any of them have gotten in. I don't. The brothers that are doing this we're not members of our group, so I'm gonna get curious. I saw there was a little outtake that was on the news on KMOV, I think it was TV, did an interview with them. So I'm gonna probably gonna be a good show. I hope they get picked up or have a permanent show on HGTV. It'll help them, and it'll help people realize what a great place St. Louis is to invest in real estate. We get.
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anyone who's trying to get into real estate. They especially coming from either of the coast. The Midwest seems to be a lot more reasonable priced. So.
For sure. In fact, I've got the tenants I'm moving in my vacancy are coming from Los Angeles, California. And they're moving into a four bedroom, 2.5 bath house for about the same, not much more rent that they were paying for a 2-bedroom apartment out in the Los Angeles area. So they're thrilled. And I suspect they won't be tenants for long. They'll probably be home buyers when they see all the opportunities there are for buying houses here. So. Okay, anybody else got anything? Thank you, Amber, for sharing that. I'm glad you were able to talk to him and get him to. So that'll be a future meeting, maybe June or July, this summer sometime. We'll get connected with who's the McMillan brothers, I believe it was. Their names. So keep an eye on them, and hopefully their show will get picked up by HGTV, and so we can see more of them there. Okay, yeah.
I just put in a link that was online through
Okay.
KMOV,
KMOV
McMillan
one, yeah.
Brothers. Yeah, if somebody
I saw
wants to check it out.
I saw that article too after we mentioned our last board meeting. That about them, I went and searched them out and saw that little link. Watched their interview on KMOV TV. So get a sample of what one of the brothers is a realtor and a contractor, and the other one is a stand-up comedian. Great combination. Doesn't that just sound like a great combination for a TV show?
Yeah, those go together real well. Yeah.
They get together. Good sense of humor and some practical tips on rehabbing and a good sense of humor. So that's what I like about this old house. You know, they got a good, everybody there's got a good sense of humor too. So they could be the next This Old House crew here in based in St. Louis, hopefully, instead of out in Boston area where This Old House comes from. Okay, anybody else? What's anybody else got? We jogged anybody else's thoughts here today on something they wanted to ask about? If not, I don't have anything more. I'm glad we had a few folks together here, and hopefully we solved some problems, especially from Kate from Jeff City. We answered a good question for her and got her on track for selling her house. So thank you, Kira, for coming in, reminding us about Mr. Landlord, and Amber telling us about what's going on with the flipping family. Oh. Okay, John, you got anything else you want to mention here before we sign off for today?
No, I don't have anything. Just watch your inbox, and as always, check your spam folders or your overflow for sometimes stuff ends up there. But yeah, the announcements we have will be coming out soon. So yeah, I don't really have anything else.
Okay, yeah, keep your eye on your mailbox too this coming week. I hope by later in the week we'll have our mail service. We'll be able to get our newsletter out to you. Tell you about our March activities.
I think I already got it a couple days ago.
Well, that was we got our February a little late.
Wasn't that for March? Oh, well.
No, that was February. Sorry. Yeah, that's why we're striving to do better this month. So March got delayed. I don't know. It was also, we got it out late in the mail service. Very different. So, okay. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you all next time. And next Friday is the first Friday of March, and we'll have Kathy Davis back. So give us an update on the eviction status, the court system here in the St. Louis City and County and surrounding areas. So look forward to hearing from her. In the meantime, take care.
Take it easy, everybody. Good
Thanks
seeing you again.
Yeah, same here, Bruce. Hope you get.
Okay.
Thanks. We'll see you all soon.
Yeah.